Have you ever locked eyes with someone and felt the ground shift beneath your feet? Not because they were extraordinarily beautiful or charming, but because something ancient inside you suddenly woke up and said, "I know you." It's one of the most confusing experiences a human being can have, meeting someone who makes absolutely no logical sense for your life, yet feeling an undeniable magnetic pull that you can't explain, can't rationalize, and certainly can't ignore. Here's what makes this even stranger. The person standing in front of you might be the complete opposite of everything you thought you wanted. They don't match your carefully crafted checklist. They're not your type at all. Yet there's this whisper deep in your chest, this biological alarm that keeps saying, "Oh, pay attention, this matters." Has this ever happened to you? If it has, you're about to understand why and what it really means. The truth is, most of us have been taught to believe that love is a rational choice, a calculation of compatibility factors, a matching of personalities and life goals. We create lists, we swipe through profiles, we analyze whether someone fits into our existing life. But what if I told you that true love operates on an entirely different frequency? What if the deepest connections in your life aren't chosen by your conscious mind at all, but orchestrated by forces within you that you barely understand? Carl Jung, one of the most brilliant minds in psychology, spent decades studying the hidden mechanisms of human connection. He discovered that when we meet someone who truly matters, someone who has the potential to transform our entire existence, our unconscious mind recognizes them long before our logical brain catches up. It's not magic and it's not chance. It's a profound psychological process that most people never learn to identify. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. Most people confuse the intensity of attraction with genuine soul connection. They mistake the honeymoon phase, that intoxicating period where everything feels perfect, for true love. But Jung revealed something uncomfortable. That initial magic you feel. It's actually an illusion. You're not seeing the real person at all. You're projecting your own unconscious desires, your unhealed wounds, your secret longings onto them like a movie screen. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might completely change how you view your current relationship, or help you recognize the one you've been blind to. The real question isn't whether you feel attracted to someone. The question is, what happens when the projection fades? When the fantasy dissolves and you're standing face to face with a flawed, ordinary human being, what remains? If your true love has already entered your life, there are 7 unmistakable signs that go far deeper than butterflies in your stomach. These signs reveal whether you've encountered a genuine soul connection or simply another reflection of your own unfinished business. And some of these signs might actually make you uncomfortable, because real love doesn't always feel the way you think it should. The first sign that your true love has already entered your life is something Jung called soul recognition. And it's nothing like what Hollywood has taught us. This isn't about finding someone who completes you, because here's the hidden truth. You were never incomplete to begin with. What happens instead is far more profound. When you encounter this person, there's a click that happens beneath the surface of ordinary attraction. It's not just chemistry or physical desire. It's as if your unconscious mind suddenly recognizes a part of itself that's been missing. Jung discovered that within each of us lives an opposite energy we've repressed or denied. For men, he called this the anima, the feminine aspect of the psyche that holds intuition, emotion, and fluidity. For women, it's the animus, the masculine energy of logic, action, and structure. We spend our entire lives unconsciously searching for someone who embodies this hidden part of ourselves. So if you're someone who prides yourself on being rational, controlled, and structured, your true love might be the person who brings spontaneity, feeling, and creative chaos into your world. And if you're naturally flowing and emotional, they might be the grounding force that gives your dreams solid form. This recognition bypasses every logical filter you have. Your brain might be listing all the reasons why this person is wrong for you, but your soul is saying something entirely different. It's whispering, "There you are, I've been looking for you." And that terrifies us because it means surrendering control to something deeper than our carefully planned life trajectory. If this kind of deep psychological insight speaks to you, make sure to subscribe. We explore the hidden truths about relationships, consciousness, and human connection, the stuff that actually changes how you see yourself and others. Now, I want to go even deeper into this because here's where most people get it completely wrong. We've been conditioned to believe that true love should feel like peace, like coming home to a warm blanket and a cup of tea. But the second unmistakable sign is actually the opposite. It's the awakening of your shadow. This is the part nobody talks about in love songs or romance novels, yet it's perhaps the most important revelation about genuine connection. When you meet someone who truly matters, they don't just bring out your best qualities. They mirror back everything you've been hiding from. Yourself, your jealousy, your insecurity, your rage, your deep-seated fear that you're not worthy of being loved. This person doesn't do it intentionally. They simply exist, and their existence becomes a spotlight on all the demons you've kept locked in the basement of your psyche. Most people run at this stage. They think, this person is triggering me, so they must be toxic. But Jung would say the exact opposite. He believed that enlightenment doesn't come from surrounding yourself with light. It comes from having the courage to make your darkness conscious. If this person challenges you, frustrates you, and makes you want to become better even while they drive you crazy, that's not a red flag. That's transformation knocking at your door. Write in the comments, "I recognize this journey." The third sign is something you can feel in your body, and it's one of the most reliable indicators of whether you've found something real or just another illusion disguised as passion. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with this person, not during. Anyone can feel excitement in the moment, but after. Do you walk away feeling expanded or diminished? Do you feel more alive or more exhausted? This is the energy test, and it reveals everything. True love operates on a principle that most people don't understand. It creates more energy than it consumes. Think about it like this. There are relationships that feel intense, dramatic, full of highs and lows that keep your adrenaline pumping. You're constantly anxious, constantly wondering where you stand, constantly trying to decode their behavior. That feels like passion, doesn't it? But here's the hidden truth. That's not passion. That's depletion. That's your nervous system being held hostage. When your true love has entered your life, something entirely different happens. Even after a disagreement, even in complete silence, being near this person recharges you. There's a quiet, steady hum of aliveness that runs through your veins. It's not the frantic energy of anxiety, it's the grounding power of vitality. You suddenly have more capacity for your work, your creativity, your dreams. Your life expands. If you find yourself constantly sacrificing your energy, your sleep, your peace of mind, just to keep the relationship alive, that's not love. That's a transaction where you're always losing. The question to ask yourself is brutally simple. Do I feel more myself or less myself in their presence? Does this connection fuel my journey or drain my spirit? The impact of real love is unmistakable. It makes you more powerful, not more dependent. But here's where it gets even more interesting, because the fourth sign challenges everything we've been taught about what it means to be in love. We've been sold this idea that true love means merging into one person, finishing each other's sentences, doing everything together, becoming so intertwined that you can't tell where one person ends and the other begins. That's not love. That's fusion, and it's suffocating. Jung spent his life studying what he called individuation, the process of becoming your whole, authentic, distinct self. And he discovered something paradoxical. True love creates an unbreakable bond while simultaneously allowing both people to be more independent than they've ever been. Your true love doesn't ask you to shrink your dreams to fit into their life plan. They don't require you to abandon your purpose to serve theirs. Instead, they become the wind beneath your wings. They push you toward your potential, not away from it. What happens is that you start walking parallel paths. You're not constantly staring at each other, obsessed with every detail of the relationship. Instead, you're both looking outward in the same direction, united by something greater than romance, a shared vision, a common set of values, a purpose that transcends the relationship itself. Maybe it's healing, creating, exploring, building, something meaningful. This is the kind of love that doesn't trap you. It liberates you into becoming who you were always meant to be. Put down, this is the transformation I need. The fifth sign is where things start to feel almost mystical, and you might think I've lost my mind. But hear me out, because this happens far more often than logic can explain. When your true love enters your life, the universe itself seems to bend in their direction. Jung called this synchronicity, meaningful. Coincidences that defy rational explanation. You meet them in the most unlikely place, at the most unexpected time. You're thinking about making a major life change, and suddenly they appear. You keep seeing their name everywhere, on billboards, in songs, in random conversations. The timing feels both completely inconvenient and absolutely perfect. These aren't accidents. This is the language of something deeper than conscious thought, something Jung believed connected all of us, the collective, unconscious speaking directly to you. It's as if reality itself is highlighting this person in neon lights, saying, "Pay attention, this matters." Now, I'm not suggesting you chase every coincidence or read cosmic meaning into every random encounter. But when synchronicity repeats, when the patterns become undeniable, when the universe keeps throwing this person into your path despite all odds, that's not chance. That's alignment. The hidden truth here is that your unconscious mind recognizes what your conscious mind is still trying to rationalize. And when that inner recognition becomes strong enough, it starts manifesting in your external reality. The outer world begins reflecting your inner state. This is the moment when you stop asking why and start paying attention to what is being revealed to you. But perhaps the most powerful sign of all, the one that separates genuine soul connection from every other relationship you've ever had, is what happens to your mask. We all wear Jung called it the persona. It's the carefully constructed version of ourselves we present to the world to be liked, accepted, approved of. We perform, we edit, we hide the messy, broken, ugly parts because we've learned that vulnerability equals rejection. Here's what makes true love so terrifying and so liberating at the same time. With this person, you physically cannot keep that mask on. It's not a decision you make. It's something that happens to you. Their presence creates a safety, container so profound that all your defenses just collapse. You find yourself being ugly, messy, weak, contradictory, and completely unfiltered. And somehow, impossibly, you're still safe. You don't have to earn their love through achievement or performance. You don't have to be impressive or put together or on all the time. This is the ultimate test that most relationships fail. Can you be naked in your soul with this person? Not physically naked, that's easy. I'm talking about the kind of nakedness that terrifies us. Showing them the thoughts you're ashamed of, the fears you've never spoken out loud, the parts of yourself you've spent a lifetime trying to fix or hide. If you find yourself constantly editing what you say, filtering your emotions or shape-shifting to maintain their approval, that's a clear signal. That's not your true love. That's just another performance, another transaction. The revelation here is simple but profound. Real love doesn't require you to be anyone other than exactly who you are in this moment, flaws and all. Write in the comments, "I'm ready for this kind of love." The sixth sign is perhaps the most uncomfortable one to recognize because it demands something from you that goes far beyond just feeling good emotions. When your true love enters your life, they become a catalyst for truth, and that means you can no longer tolerate the lies you've been telling yourself. Suddenly, with blinding clarity, you see your life as it really is. That job you've been convincing yourself is fine. You realize you actually hate it. Those friendships you've been maintaining out of obligation, they feel hollow and superficial. The entire script you've been following, the one written by your parents, your culture, your fear, becomes impossible to ignore. This person doesn't even have to say anything. Their mere presence in your life creates a standard, a mirror that reflects back the gap between who you are and who you're capable of becoming. And here's what makes this so powerful. True love isn't just a feeling you passively experience. It's a call to action. It presents you with a crossroads that you can't avoid. On one side is your comfortable, familiar, false life, the one where you play it safe, stay small, and never risk the pain of real transformation. On the other side is the fire, the journey of becoming someone worthy of the connections standing in front of you. If something here resonated with you, hit that like button. It helps. This reach other people who might need to hear exactly this message right now. Most people choose comfort. They retreat. They convince themselves the relationship just wasn't right because facing the truth about their own life was too painful. But if you're brave enough to step into that fire, to let this love demand more from you, it will reshape everything. This is the impact of genuine soul connection. It doesn't just add to your life, it reconstructs it entirely. But here's the final revelation, the one that ties everything together and might be the most important thing I say in this entire video. You're not looking for your other half. You never were. That's the lie we've been sold by every romantic comedy and love song ever written. Jung's ultimate teaching was this: you are not a half waiting to be completed. You are a whole universe waiting to be discovered within yourself. The real work, the work that precedes and prepares you for true love, is what Jung called the alchemical marriage. This isn't a marriage between two people. It's the union of the conscious and unconscious parts of your own psyche. It's integrating your light and your shadow. It's falling in love with the parts of yourself you've spent a lifetime rejecting. Because here's the hidden truth behind every failed relationship. You cannot attract deep, soulful love until you've learned to love your own darkness. If you hate your jealousy, your neediness, your insecurity, if you're at war with your own shadow, then when your partner inevitably mirrors those qualities back to you, you'll punish them for it. You'll see their flaws as attacks rather than invitations to grow. This is why the real journey isn't out there searching for the perfect person. The real journey is turning inward, doing the shadow work, integrating the rejected parts of yourself, and becoming whole on your own. When you do that, when you stop broadcasting desperation and start broadcasting completeness, everything changes. You stop attracting relationships that are rescue missions and start attracting what Jung called a meeting of equals. Two whole people choosing each other, not out of need, but out of genuine recognition and shared purpose. Write in the comments, "I choose wholeness." If you made it this far, I want to thank you for taking this journey with me. Understanding these signs isn't just about identifying whether someone is your true love. It's about understanding yourself at a deeper level. And that's where the real transformation happens. If this resonated with something inside you, if you felt that quiet recognition while watching, I'd love for you to join this community. Hit that subscribe button because we dive into these kinds of revelations regularly. The psychology behind connection, the hidden patterns in relationships, the truth that lives beneath the surface of what we've been taught. This isn't just content, it's a conversation we're building together. And let me know you stayed until the end. Write in the comments, this message was meant for me. I read every single one, and it genuinely means something to see who's walking this path alongside us. If this video gave you a new perspective or helped something click into place, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more people find their way here, and honestly, it lets me know this kind of deep dive is valuable to you. Now, there's something else I want to share with you that builds on everything we just talked about. There's a video right here that takes this even further. It's about the mistakes we make that push true love away without even realizing it. Click and continue with me over there. I think you'll find it eye-opening. I'll see you in the next one.